Hey, how's you going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampy's Workshop. So I'm glad that you dropped in. Today, no projects in Grampy's Workshop, but I have a review. It's getting on into the colder weather. It's into November pretty good now. See, you got my orange on again because it's hunting season and I don't want to get shot. So anyways, when it's cold out, you need to wear hand protection. So the review I'm going to do today is a kind of hand protection that I found on Amazon, and I think it's pretty decent. So I want you to have a look, see what you think. So for me, I like to have my hands warm, and dexterity, well, that's important, but you know, depending on what you're doing, you don't need to be able to pick a pin up off the ground in the wintertime, right? So to keep your hands warm, I have some nice big musher's mitts, I'm going to call them, right? But these are great. These are quite old and they're just about at the end of their life. But they have a fleece lining in them. They're nice big cuffs, and what I like about that is the cuffs will go up over your jacket sleeve, so that keeps snow from getting in, and the breeze just slides right up over the glove and right up your sleeve, so it doesn't get in on your wrists. And these are great. Like I can pick wood and load wood with these. You can do a lot of different stuff with this. You can work, as long as it's just something that you need to grab with your whole hand, then these type of mitts work great. Another thing I like about them is your fingers are all together, so you don't have like a cold index finger or baby finger or something. Sometimes your thumb still gets cold, but what you can do is you can just pull your thumb out of the thumb hole and put it together, make a fist with it, and try to warm them up that way. So these are nice to keep your hands warm. Nothing better. They're leather. When they're new, for the most part, they're waterproof, but these aren't anymore. Well, these gloves are scary if I told you how old they were. These mitts, I mean. But for really cold weather, there's nothing better than having a mitt so you can have your hands all together rather than like a glove with individual fingers. So these are dandy for the cold. But if you want to get, you know, where you need to point, or some guys don't like wearing mitts just because, I don't know, they don't like to feel them on their hand, and that's important. It's got to feel good. Well, then if you don't like wearing mitts like this, I'll show you something else you can try. So another thing, you can just get ordinary old work gloves, right? You can get work gloves that are lined or unlined. These ones just happen to be unlined. They're rugged gloves. They have like a suede split leather, I think they call it, split leather hand in them. And the split leather goes over the fingertips, so that works pretty good. And you know, you get some sort of dexterity with these. I know when I'm filling up the wood box and picking wood, I like these because I can sort of wrap my fingers around the log, the stick, when I'm picking it up. And that works good. But I find with these gloves, they never fit right, for one thing. The fingers are either too long or too short or stubby or wide, or the seam is bumping in the end of your finger, and it's just hard to use them. And your fingers get cold in them in the wintertime. And it seems like the wear spots on them, like the thumbs in particular, the thumbs, and for me the fingertips, they seem to, the holes come in those right quick. So these are cheap gloves and they don't last, so that's all I can say about that. But you know, they're good work gloves, good hand protection. So then another glove you can try is one, if you want a little bit more dexterity with your fingertips, you can get these. They're called mechanics gloves. Now this is a real old pair here. They're rugged, you can see they've been well worn, and they have a nice strap on the wrist that you can tighten up to keep them tight around your wrist. And you know, they have a kind of they have a split leather palm, or it's not leather, it's a synthetic material for the palm, but you know, it wears good. They're certainly not waterproof, that's for sure. And what they try to do is make them as tough as they can, but when that happens, it tends, for me at least, I find that the fingers get kind of, you know, like your fingers are tight when they're in the glove. And oftentimes, you know, you put these on because you want some sort of dexterity with what you're working on, so like you can maybe turn in a nut or a bolt or something like that. And I find when I'm doing that with this type of glove, I take them off and do it by hand, and then I put the gloves back on. So, you know, I guess they're sort of good for protection. But what I find with these gloves, you just don't get the dexterity that you want to get with them. So I tend not to use them very much. When I was looking for a pair of gloves that I wanted to get sort of good dexterity, not great because you never get great dexterity with gloves, but good dexterity, I found on the internet, and I don't want to spend a lot of money on gloves either, right? Because gloves, to me, gloves are meant for hand protection, so you don't baby them, you don't take care, go easy with them, you just sort of go at what you're going at, and instead of cutting your finger, you cut the glove, right? That's sort of the idea behind the gloves in my mind anyways. So I found on the internet some gloves. They're called Vgo Gloves, VGO, Vgo Gloves, and I have some here. There's the name, Vgo, but anyway, here they are. They have a nubuck palm in them. Nubuck is a synthetic fabric that tries to make it feel like split leather. It also has a padded palm, a somewhat padded palm. They come in different small, medium, large, and extra large. And what I found with these ones is they're smaller than what they say. So, like I would normally wear a large size glove, so I ordered extra large. But then I ordered a bunch of different sizes in them, medium, large, and extra large. And well, the sizes are all over the chart. So I'm going to say nice gloves, but don't go by the sizing. Just order them. If you wear a large glove, order large, because you know, it could be small, could be big, you don't know. Anyway, so the sizing, you know, works out sometimes, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know how else to say that. But anyways, this pair of gloves here, I used them, well, we used them the other weekend when we were doing the wood. My oldest boy had them on, Jerry, and he was wearing these gloves. And I'm just going to show you the palms if you can see them. The palm, there's some good wear spots on it, but they're not wore right out, right? I mean, there's still lots of life left in them. And the other nice thing about these, they have a little bit of a padded palm. They have a double skin plus a little bit of a synthetic material on the fingertips. And that works too if you want to hit touchscreen stuff on your phone, which is handy because you put these little gloves on for dexterity so you get your phone out and you can still use your phone, right? So it works good for that. Plus, right here on the knuckle, it has a little extra pad, and it has some foam padding right across the knuckles there where your fingers break off, right? Good for boxing. Anyway, I just wanted to show you these ones. They're only used one day, and that's the shape they're in. But I have another pair here in my pocket. We'll just show you these ones. And I've been wearing these gloves and using them for, well, I'm going to say, I think I got these in August. So what's this? August, November, 2, 8, 3 months. 3 months old. Here they are, the red ones. And look at that. I've done a lot of different things with these. Now, not heavy, strenuous work. I'm right-handed, so the right one is wore out a lot more than what the left one is. And there's a little bit of a hole in this finger right here, but what I did with that, I was sharpening my chainsaw one day, and I just nicked across that with one of the teeth on the chain, and it cut the synthetic fabric, and then it's just been sort of fraying and opening up a little bit more each time I use them. The double pads for the fingertips, well, they're wore completely off. But what I find with gloves, when I wear gloves anyways, the fingertips will wear holes just like quick, right quick. The rest of the glove will look good, and I'll have holes in my fingers. These ones, it's not happening, right? It's not happening at all. Now, I will say this about these gloves, they're not waterproof, okay? Definitely not waterproof, but they dry out quick. And one other thing that's a concern, maybe, well, not a concern, but things that you should be aware of. When I wear these, my hands sweat, and when they sweat, these gloves stink. Oh my God, yeah, they're bad. But I find when they get stinking like that, I just wash them, wring them out good, set them out on the bench, and they dry in a day, and they're not bad again. But right now they don't smell too bad, but smell like a hockey kit bag sometimes. And you know what that smells like. Anyway, that's a pair that's been quite old. Here's a brand new pair that I've never had on, right? Never wore these. So nice Vgo gloves. You get them on Amazon. I'll leave the link down below. And I have to say too, I'm not affiliated with Vgo in any way. I'm a member of their Facebook group, if that means anything. But I bought these gloves. They weren't given to me. And this one, these gloves say size large. Now normally I would take a large size glove, but look, I'm just going to show you. It's kind of hard to get this glove on because it's tight. Now it's brand new, right? So it's going to stretch somewhat. But anyway, there you go. Like, it fits good, eh? And I'm going to say good dexterity. I'm going to give you a little, what do you call a demo. Alright, I'm not too sure how good you'll be able to see this, but this is a washer on top of my desk. So I'm not going to pull it off to the side because, like, you can do that with those mitts probably, right? But it's sitting right there, so I'm going to try and pick it up this way. So with these for the dexterity, see that? They work good, eh? Now, these are the brand new ones. So here's the ones I've been using for 3 months. And the fingertips are gone, just about on them. A little harder to pick up, but you can still get it, eh? So good dexterity. They're comfortable. They feel good on the hand. I don't know what else I can say about them. They come in 3 different colors that I know of. There's, well, the red, gray, and the yellow. And they feel good on the hand. Now, they don't keep your hands right warm, I have to tell you that. Don't think you're going to buy these and your hands will stay nice and warm. Because they don't really keep your hands that warm. I've been using them on the bike driving, and the wind kind of blows through this synthetic fabric. So I don't know how warm they're going to keep my hands. But for a nice glove for this time of year in the fall, like it was not really cold, and good dexterity, I don't think you can go wrong with these. Now, Vgo apparently have other versions of gloves, different styles. In fact, I did buy some gloves for Nanny for using in the garden, and they were similar to this, same colors, but they had sort of coverings right over the edge of the fingers, and well, they never had that little pad on the knuckle here. But anyways, they were similar to this glove. So anyways, Vgo gloves. Good choice for gloves, I think, if you're interested in getting some gloves. And the price is decent too. I can't remember really what it was, but it wasn't expensive. And 3 pairs. They're good. So, if you're looking for gloves, check them out on Amazon, and I'll leave the link down below. Vgo gloves. I like them. They're a nice light to medium duty work glove. I'm not affiliated or getting paid by Vgo to say this. I just think they're nice gloves. I found them on Amazon, and I thought maybe you fellas might like to see them too if you're looking for gloves. So that's it. I hope you liked the video. If you did, click like, click subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you want to tell your friends about these gloves, or if you buy some and you really like them, leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Have a good week, boys. We'll talk to you.